Peace and light, that old guy Australia, coming to you from the far south coast. Like, share, subscribe, Instagram and YouTube while it lasts. And it's the famous bridge, or if you know the bridge, you know the bridge. This is called Wallaga Lake Bridge. As a kid, I used to come down here and fish. Used to catch blackfish, and mainly blackfish. My uncle used to get me weed from George the River in Sydney and bring it down. And I'd stand down underneath those pylons as a kid, fish and blackfish. It was pretty good. It was great fun. I'll show you in a second. This car's coming. Not a lot's changed. They've done a bit of work to it, but they haven't really changed it up too much. So there's the old bridge, old wooden bridge. I also pack it every year to look after the stupid thing, but there you go. Anyway, out there to Wallaga Lake entrance and down Wallaga Lake. Tide's running out pretty ferociously there. Anyway, so I'd share that with you. That bridge, you can find that in the movie Unbroken, Angelina Jolie's movie Unbroken. I think it was 2014 or something. I made that movie. And it was a location. They used it as a location in the movie. As Bernagui Harbour was used in Billy Connolly's movie, The Man Who Sued God, which is quite a strange movie, but pretty funny for Billy Connolly anyway. Now, I wanted to address yesterday's video. I received a number of comments, some favourable, some not, and that's okay. I like it when people have got an opinion. It's when you don't have an opinion in your bays, it really bothers me. But if you have an opinion and it differs from mine, it doesn't matter, as long as you've got an opinion. I don't really care. You know, I'm open for a debate. I stand by what I say, and I'm happy to discuss it if people are going to be relatively, nice and calm about things. But there's no need to get your knickers in a knot. So what happened was, the world's been waiting in bated breath for Stu Peters' movie, DS. Carked abruptly. You know the movie? Yeah, everyone's familiar with it. And so yesterday I did a video, and I mentioned on that video that I was unimpressed with the video itself, and I was. I guess because now this is all my opinion. In my opinion, the movie was aimed at truthers, and the sad part about truthers that I've found is that a lot of them accept things and believe things that have no factual basis. And they do. If it's aimed at them and it makes them go yee-haw, and if it includes things that they think are fact and truth, then they'll swallow it hook, line and sinker, and they don't really look into it too much. Case in point would be the movie documentary that Stu Peters put out there 6 or 8 months ago called, I think it was Watch the Water. God, so, and of course in that one there they, there's a guy, and he ends up saying that God confirmed to him what he should do and where he should look and all this kind of stuff, and I was like, here we go. I'm not a fan of Stu Peters. I think he's like a slower talking Ben Shapiro. A lot of followers. Who am I? It's just my opinion. I don't like his evangelistic style. I just there's something about him I just can't put my finger on it. It's just me. And I watch a lot of his stuff. Believe me, I do. And I get stuff off, what he puts out there, and I look at it. That's not it. Same with Maria Z. She got her own demons to deal with, and I can't put my finger on it, and that's neither here nor there. That's just me personally. But what I've taken to doing is I've taken to questioning pretty much everything, to the point where I really only like to do a video that has as much truth as I can garner and put in there. I don't really want to do them if it's too controversial or can be easily pulled to bits. And I've had to make that decision because I've had so many people rightly critique my videos and take apart certain ones over certain issues to do with the video, and look, I get it. So I got sent a question yesterday by a couple of people actually, asking me if there was a documentary that met my criteria, you know, that I could show to people who were asleep and they would watch it. And, you know, there's a number of them, I guess. Indoctrination's a pretty good one. But the one that I really liked, I found to be up my alley, is a British-made documentary. It's called Safe and Effective, A Second Opinion. Now that documentary in itself is quite hard to watch because it contains graphic footage of victims of the jab, right? Because they're victims of the jab, their lives have never ever been the same. Their lives are currently on hold. And they have a lot of interviews with them, and it's pretty distressing, to be honest. Alan Hashem did some of these videos a couple of years ago in Australia here, and we all know what happened to Alan. Got a visit from Strikeforce Raptor, but anyway, I won't go into that. It's his personal business, and I think highly of the man, and I hope that somewhere down the track he manages to regain his footings, because he was a brilliant documentaries that he made. But it goes to show you the lengths that these people will go to ensure the truth doesn't get out there. We know that. So, I'm going to put the link to the documentary in the comments below. Again, give me a little time to do that because I've just finished work and I'm knackered. But I will put that link in there, and please don't do this whole thing. We can't find the link, we can't find the link, where's the link? God's sake. Go to the comments section, just tap on the comments, it'll, you know, drop down. And in there will be one that says, oh, that old guy Australia, and there'll be a link there, it'll be in blue or whatever, forward slashes and whatever the hell, right? You know? Truck. So, if you then follow that link, it'll take you straight to the documentary, please. And then you'll see it there. Okay? But I don't want to be caught up in this, having to write to people and tell them where the damn thing is. And when I post it on Facebook too, I'll put the link in the comments there, and hopefully I don't get banned for any of this stuff. It's a wonderful British documentary. It is very, very factual. It explains things scientifically, has a tremendous amount of data, has some wonderful speakers, and there's nothing sensational about it. That's the thing that I like. I think that Stu Peters' documentary that he just released is good, and there's, you know, Peter McCullough in there and people like that. But it is sensationalism. There's a lot of dots that can't be joined in there. There's a lot of hearsay, tremendous amount of unsubstantiated stuff where you could just, you know, if a guy falls down, I want to know who the guy is. I want to know where he is. I want to know what's wrong with him. I don't just want to assume it was related to anything. That's just, you can't show people that. If you want to cheer and clap because you're watching it and you're a truther and you go, yeah, that's what it's like, well, good for you. Happy days. But I can't show that to my friends who are seeking the truth. They won't believe it. That means nothing. And they're right. So, if you haven't seen Safe and Effective, A Second Opinion, then I'd suggest you watch it, and then you'll know the kind of documentary I'm looking for people to make. That's the ones I'm looking for. These are ones that are truth and factual. That's what I'm after, okay? That's what floats my boat. And that's what I'm up to now. I'm not just going to swallow all this stuff because I know there's a lot of misconception out there, although there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of red flags, a lot of misdirection being put in the way of truthers, and they're swallowing that as well, and I'm really careful about this now. I never was, but I certainly am now. Peace and light, that old guy Australia. Like, share, subscribe, check below in the comments, and I'll put the link to the video.